Good morning. It's 8:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday, May 13, 2019. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Well, I've been taking shortcuts lately. Let's take a look at kettle and walls, see where they've been placed. Okay, we got 88.57. So you can expect us to hit $88 soon. 30 cents below this wall is the usual. This market could go either way. The market maker's got a paralysis analysis. He doesn't know what to do himself. In the meantime, let's hope the market keeps going up. If I go by the top wall, it's usually 30 cents below the top wall. So currently we're at 88.27. We're looking at, we'll say 88.10, 88.27. A lot of people have been asking me, what do you think is the future of crypto? And I seriously thought about it. And I thought about it in supply and demand. Now, this is going to be a little, well, I don't think it's really going to be hard to explain. We got TD Ameritrade now that's coming in. We got Bakkt. Bakkt is going to trade Litecoin. Fidelity is going to trade Litecoin. We got LedgerX, of course, they're going to trade Litecoin. And then we have Goldman Sachs, which has bought Circle. Circle did $24 billion in transactions in 2018. As I used to actually mine Bitcoin, and then at the current over-the-counter market, there's only 8,000 a day in coin going to the LTC market. And you have to be an accredited investor to trade on the OTC market. So even if you got $100,000 or $1 million in liquid assets, that necessarily doesn't mean you get your coin. Okay, this is very competitive. Somebody who's willing to pay a higher price is going to get that coin before you. And then another fact is, for instance, Jamie Dimon's daughter, in one swap felling, she bought 19,000 Bitcoin herself during this price plunge. So she bought 19,000 coin. That's about more than double 2 days worth of mined Bitcoin. And that's from one person. Fidelity has about 7 trillion in assets. Even if they were to throw in 1% of that, that's just gonna dry up the over-the-counter market. So what's gonna happen is the over-the-counter market has been getting exhausted for a while now. So they're gonna have no choice but to come to these markets to get the coin that they want. Again, the supply of over-the-counter supply is actually going to get cut down. It's not going to go up. Because why? Because the difficulty goes up. We're going to get less and less per block, especially when it comes to the halvening. That goes for Litecoin too. And now we got an expanding market. This stuff is going to skyrocket. Now 40% of the people know what Bitcoin is. And I say 10 years in the future, when somebody has 1 Bitcoin, you're going to be amazed. You got a whole Bitcoin? Because they're going to be very wealthy. So I think this is the future. The fiat system, we can't be, every time we print up, we loan out money, somebody deposits $1, we end up 7. We have to start the printing presses and create that 7. And every dollar that we create, what's it cost? $1.25? Or $1.17 between there, I'm not sure, which means we have to print up more money to cover that debt. It's just an endless circle. It's exponential. An exponential system, like is a Ponzi scheme, which sooner or later is going to collapse under its own weight because there's not enough people coming into the scheme. I'm sorry if the bank. I'm a career banker. I'm sorry if I offended some people that their fiat system can't exist. But anybody with the calculator could see that either you have to have the population has to increase so you would collect taxes, which it's not. Either some countries got to have enough money, GDP, to cover their debt, which they don't, because the debt is starting to exceed the GDP in most countries. I think even in the United States now. We're lucky if we can. Some countries are having problems meeting the interest payment, much less the principal, which is going to constantly keep growing if they keep printing up their fiat. Every time they have a financial crisis, print up more fiat, expand the principal. Now we have to pay higher interest because we actually got more principal to pay interest on. So the fiat system is doomed to failure, and it's. Since 1913, we've been running on the fiat system. It's a little over 100 years, and it's starting to creak and groan. So, I was thinking of, since I was thinking of trying to get in the OTC market. Even though I have the cash, I was thinking maybe I can get, $20,000 worth of Bitcoin or Litecoin or whatever over-the-counter market I can get it at. No, I'm not. I'm a small fish. Even if you have $100,000, there's no guarantee you'll make the deal. The people that are making the deal are the multi-million-dollar OTC contracts. That's not me. I mean, I could probably get in to put place of it, but it's never going to get filled. Never. Now you can see he's pushing his wall down to the median. See, he's trying to stop the price. 88.20 he has it at now. So we should hit $88. Around 88. Let's see where the bottom wall is. I can tell you right now if he's trying to drop the price. You see the bottom wall? We can't see it in the exposed order book. He's trying to stop the rally again. Coinbase, I don't understand it, man. We got all the proof we need that this your boy's manipulating the book. I mean, when you gave us the statement, it's on the letter. You lied. Let's just see. You said 44 cents. This is 88.20. Well, let's just take a look at this proposed 20%, 40% away from the last sale spiel that you tried to sell to the New York Department of Financial Services. You tried to sell it so well that now the head bank examiner of the New York Department of Financial Services is now taking over the case. That's the boss. That doesn't look like 40 to 44 cents to me. The only time it's close to 40 to 44 cents is when he's manipulating the price either way. If this one's within the closest, whether it's 40 to 4 cents or not, and the other one's further away, down we go. And it goes the other way if it's vice versa. This is very easy to figure out. This isn't Newtonian physics. So I learned, to tell you the truth, the learning skill, if you never traded in your life, it will take you, honestly, about a year to learn the ins and outs of this market. Say 6 months to the year. You practice, you set up a virtual account, you practice trade, you learn how, there's manipulation, you learn how they're manipulating it. I expect to do quite well within the next year or so. As soon as it's going up again to the next peak, because forget about everything you thought about in the past comparing it to other markets. There's new players in this market with more money than we could think possible. They could buy every single Bitcoin on this market right now. You got TD Ameritrade, you got BOP, you got Fidelity, you got LedgerX, and you have Goldman Sachs who bought Circle. All right? Forget about all of that stuff that they're doing technical analysis is comparing it this bull market to that that market from a couple of years ago. Forget about that, because this is 2019. We have different players with lots of money coming into this market. People couldn't explain what happened in 2017. What do you think's going to happen now? We're going to have another one of those rushes up to the top. It's probably going to top 20,000. I am very positive about this market, because now the big money's coming in. So hopefully some of this big money will come in and wipe out some of these manipulators that we have here now. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Good luck on your trading. I hope the best of all of you.